Hi friends, this is Vicki with Gramma Vicki Crafts, and today I recreated my little Dollar Tree gingerbread fellow into something different than what he was when I brought him home from the store. So if you want to see how I did this, please just stay with me now and I'll show you step by step how I created this little guy. So let's see what we can do to make this little gingerbread boy look different. First of all, I'll cut off the tag here at the top. We don't need that. And then we're going to take off all of this stuff here. And I don't think it's too difficult. I think I'll just snip it at the bottom. And we'll just see if it will just unravel. Yeah, here we go. So it will just unravel around all these little nubs that it's attached to here. So we'll get all of this taken off. Slowly but surely here. Okay, so this is what he's going to look like once I get all of this material here off of him. Now I'm going to maybe keep the little beads and the mouth and the eyes. I might reuse those, so I'll try to be careful when I get that far up to make sure I don't destroy those. So now I've got all the tinsel off of him, and these little nubs are really quite big. So I've taken my little wire cutter things here, and I've snipped there as close as possible all the way up his leg for starters, because I don't really think I'm going to be needing all of that sticking out through my yarn. So what I'm going to do now is I'm using this. It's called Just Chenille, and I got this from the Dollar Tree, and the color is Camel. Let me see here. I'll show you on this one closer. And it's really quite nice. It's thicker, but it's not real thick. But I really like it, and I thought that just kind of looked like a color of a gingerbread boy. So I'm going to hot glue. I'm going to start by hot gluing down here on his foot. And then I'm just going to go around and around and around and around. So I'm going to get my hot glue plugged in and get started with gluing onto the bottom of the foot. So here's what I'm doing so far. And I'm just going around and around the leg. So now that I've got up into this middle area of between his legs, there's just a little nub right there that I did leave. I didn't cut it off. And I'm just going to go under that nub with my yarn and then back across this way. And then I'm going to come all the way around now, and I'm going to glue along the top here to cover that area there all in. Then I'm going to go up with my yarn. I'm going to cut these nubs off here too as I go, and I'm going to come all the way around back and forth, and I'm coming up towards his stomach area there, and then I will go back down and do the other leg later on. But this is really pretty. So now I have this area done. So I'm going to take my yarn now, and at the back I'm going to come up and I'm going to come around and do his neck area. So now I'm just going to come around and around, just like so, and fill in the neck area there. Then when I get that done, I'm going to end up on the opposite side, and I'm going to come down and glue to this part here again, and then I'm going to wrap around and do his arm like so. So we'll just take our time and we'll do his neck and everything so that it looks really nice, and I think he's going to be cute. So there I have his neck and his little arm on this side all finished. So now what I'm doing is I put the yarn through this part of his arm right here, and I'm going to pull that across and hold it at the back. And I'm going to use hot glue now, and I'm going to glue this, and I'm going to crisscross this back and forth, just across, back and forth in through the area of his tummy part here, and just back and forth and back and forth. I think to make that work, just like that, back and forth. So there, I've got that part all finished, crisscrossed back and forth, and then my last little row here comes right back, and I'll pull it behind the arm, and then we're just going to start wrapping around this arm now. So I'll carry on and we'll close in that little arm. So there, he's looking pretty good so far. Now I just have to do this little leg left over and his face. So I'm going to work on the leg next. And again, I'm going to do the same thing as I did when I started the other leg. I started at the bottom with some hot glue, and then I just glued it back and forth until I could go around like so. I just glued it back and forth across the bottom just to cover that bottom part first, and then around and around. So he's turning out pretty sweet. So now I just have his face left to do, and I'm just going to continue wrapping. So I'll just start at the back again, and I'll hot glue it down. I'll just pick a spot and hot glue my yarn down, and then I'll just wind around and around until I get up to where his hat would start. So he's turning out really cute. Then I've got some rickrack. I got this at a fabric store where I live, and it's really pretty. It's kind of a glittered rickrack. So I'm going to glue that around his arms like that, and around the top of his feet. Then I have to make him a hat and put his eyes and his little mouth on and some buttons, and I think he's going to be pretty cute. So I have the rickrack on his little arms and his little legs, and now I'm going to give him a hat. So what I've got for his hat is I'm using part of a red sock that I got from the Dollar Tree. I used part of it for something else, and I'm just going to use the rest of it now for his hat. So what I'm going to do is turn it inside out and put a little, just to glue a little hem down on it, first of all. Just tack it around here just to give it a little bit of a of a ham. And then he'll just need his eyes and his mouth and his little buttons. Okay, so now I'll turn that back out the right way around. And now we can just put his little hat on top of his head here. Just like so. And there it is. And I think that makes a cute little hat. So now I'm going to put his little mouth on that I saved from the original, and the two little black eyes, and his two little red buttons for the front of him. So there he is, and he's all finished. So he's got his little hat on, and I decided I'd give him just a little scarf as well. So he's my little gingerbread man with his hat and his scarf, and I think he turned out really cute. So I had this little tree, and it's got some lights on it, and I thought he looked pretty cute just standing next to the little tree. So if you find one of these little gingerbread guys in your Dollar Tree, now you'll be able to get them, take them home, and see what you can come up with to recreate him. He was lots of fun. So if this is something you like, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and always remember to be kind. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.